So the question that I had for you is, whether you are in 8th grade or you are in 11th grade, and anyone if you're a senior and you already chosen a college, I think this journey doesn't stop, right? So how do you think about the activities that you engage in? Do you always put a lens of, how would the colleges look at it? Or would you say, what really excites me? What really energizes me? What gets me sort of going? How would you think about these things?
I'd like Karen to go first on this, and then I'll add some editorial commentary.
Sure. There's actually a really great quote out there in the college counseling world. College is a match to be made, not a prize to be won. I remind that to students a lot and to their parents, because you're right, it is about fit and it's about match. And because there are so many colleges out there, students should totally strive to find those colleges that are the right fit for them and not try to be someone they're not. They have so many great qualities. It sounds like the students that are part of your organization already are on board with developing the skill sets of what they feel like they can bring to colleges. So that's definitely a great thing. And the fact that they're starting earlier and earlier, that's even better as well, and building on that. Can you clarify one more time what the exact question you want me to answer? I kind of got off on a little tangent to start.
No, this is all relevant actually. The question that I had was, how do the students determine which activities to participate in, and should they always have a lens of how would the colleges look at this?
Right. I think it's a healthy balance is the best approach. The ideal students that get into the most competitive colleges, it's very genuine. It's something that they're invested in. It's not something they do one time in a summer and never build off of that. We often work with families that do have the resources to have them participate in activities, around the world, back in India, for example, or in a different type of country, and do an activity that's super meaningful to them. But the students that really showcase something really special to colleges are the ones that come back after that experience and really build off of it. So, for example, something that they're learning this summer with your organization, if there's some way they can continue to keep building with it when school starts again, or when life gets back to normal, so to speak, I think those are the students that definitely benefit the most. And as far as activities go, college admissions reps, even though most of them are quite young and just out of college, they can totally tell when a student's just doing an activity for the sake of doing it. Like Vinny had said, I read over 1,000. I read 1,100 applications this year for the University of California. And it is obvious when a student just does something for the sake of college admissions. And at the end of the day, it should feel good. It should be something that a student really enjoys. Like, who wants to spend their time doing something just for the sake of college? Like, boo, like that just would not be fun at all. So if you're able to find something you're super interested in, I don't want to overuse the word passion, because I think sometimes teenagers are like, I don't have a passion. I'm like, but you have an interest, like you like things. So find something you like and like really expand on it. And I think the bonus with that is if you can find something you like and then benefit others. So like find something that you're really good at and something that you're really interested in. And then to even add on to that, do something in that field that then can help other people. I think that's kind of like the full picture for sure.
Yeah, you described a lot of what Seva does as an organization pretty well.
Oh, good.
In fact, part of the design of this particular program that the speaker series is part of, it's 3 phases. First phase is the preparation for the summer, and then summer internship itself, and then post summer, how do you incorporate that into your being, into your so very well laid out. Do you want to add anything to that, Vinny?
Yeah. So a couple of things that I would like to add to it is, if you are, since we're talking about college admissions today, if you are aspiring to these top colleges, as I said before, the competition is intense. I'm not trying to scare you. For those of you who would like to aspire to these colleges, you'll need to up your game because your competition is upping their game. So consider 2 things. The first one is that if you do, this is to Anurag's question, right? That how should I look at activities? So consider that if you do something which is just to check box somewhere versus doing something that you have your whole heart and passion behind. So 2 kids, Jane and John, Jane does something which is just to check box, and John does something which his heart is into it, who would show better outcome? Point one. The second is, what kind of activity should you be doing? And I would challenge in a good way, in a healthy way, every one of you that think about something that is different in the first place. Nothing wrong with, say, for example, what we've seen, and Karen, I'm sure you've seen this in applications every day, that a lot of kids would go and do volunteer work at their local hospital. Nothing wrong with it if you truly enjoy helping, but just to check box, that doesn't, it's not helpful, because you are wasting precious time that you could be doing on something else that you have passion for, right? So what I challenge you guys is, think about, a lot of this journey is about self-awareness. Who am I in the first place? Self-discovery. And what we notice all the time, the students that get to these top colleges, they're actually very self-aware as to who am I, what am I good at, what do I like doing, what are my core values, my core beliefs, right? So try to have a chat with yourself. Use your parents as a sounding board. If you work with our company, or if you work with your mentors at Seva, ask them for advice. But try to figure that out, and then figure out, how do you make scalable impact? And that's a big term. What it means is this, that something that is, you can start with something small, right, in your neighborhood street, right? But something that you do at the city level is bigger. Something that you do at the state level is bigger. Challenge yourself to think about coming across as a big picture person, right? Mm-hmm. So we're saying, Anurag, a lot of things here, but I think that the common thread is that don't do things because your friend does it, or your friends, or your mom or dad heard somebody else doing it. Because somebody on our team who's a trustee on the Milpitas School Board, he says, if you think like everyone else, you become like everyone else. But what are top colleges looking for? They're looking for a student that is unique, that is special. So think differently.